I have no idea why the heck that happened. Can you go get me Graham's iPad, please?
Where is it?
It's plugged in. Testing facial recognition systems. What? That is so weird that it said that I was like on screen time too much. And so it booted me.
Logan's out. Zombies up.
Something. Can you say it again?
What?
No! Alexa off! She should not be in the hole.
Is anyone here? I got booted somehow. Yeah, my iPad told me that I had been on for 60 minutes and booted me off my iPad. So I don't know why the hell that happened. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just reading some of these comments.
No. I'm okay with them changing it so that people don't abuse it. I don't have a problem with that at all. I've been screaming for that, but like to take it away from people who really have disabilities. I think that Disney is going to see a lot of blowback from this. You know, they sometimes make these decisions and they're not the best, you know? So we'll just all ride through it and, you know, keep trying to figure it out. Yeah, and again, if the rules about certain things, I'm not worried because I can bring in some of Blaine's issues, you know, but I've never had to do that because mine has always been enough, you know, and I don't want to bring up stuff with him that's like, you know, when you already have a kid who struggles, it's not like you don't want to put a big old label on it and be like, okay, here, because you struggle. You know, we're already going through that stuff. So, you know, so we'll see what happens. And I think the next, you know, I'm not going to apply for DOS for 4 more weeks. So we'll see what happens with people and what people are saying, you know. But I'd like to know which Inspire it, like which website it is, because it's not the same one that Universal uses. Do you get it right now, David? Because of like all your physical ailments?
Come here. Crate. Oh, Lord.
Blaine,
I'll put you in the crate.
he's fine. Leave him alone.
Don't listen again. Put you in the crate.
I just think that if you start telling a bunch of disabled people who are really disabled that they're not disabled enough, I think you're gonna have a problem, and I think you're gonna have enough people scream and shout, and I think there will be a lawsuit. And I think there are going to be a lot of people who won't go anymore. You know? That's what I think. PCS. I don't think I know what PCS is. I mean, shoot, I get Blaine, what's that thing I get when I fall down? Vertigo. So because of the COVID I got 3 years ago, I developed horrible vertigo. And so it definitely affects me. I've never used that. I haven't had to use that because, you know, my bladder, but it'll get me in Disneyland. It'll really get me in Disneyland. They're willing to offend the main core of fans. They don't care. I tend to agree. And again, I think that this is not just a push to cut back on the bad and the people who are abusing it, but a push to make people buy Genie. And I'm not buying Genie. I'm not doing it. I already have a magic key. And I don't go as much as other people, but like I spend plenty of money at Disney. I'm not doing more. So again, we shall see how the cookie crumbles on this one. I also think that it's going to be really interesting to see certain content creators' content if this all gets taken away. But so here's my other if you have to have a doctor's note going forward after June 18th for us, right? The doctor's note does not have to disclose the medical condition. So if the doctor says Selena Stevenson or Blaine Connolly has a medical condition that does not allow them X, Y, and Z, how are they going to deny that? Unless they're saying we're requiring your note to say that you have autism, that you're on the spectrum, neurodivergent, developmentally disabled, something like that, right? Like something like that. Disney reports wait times, and they get to say whatever the wait times are. This can cause people to buy the Genie Plus. This is a touring plans. There is a touring plans that reports actual report times. Again, if I need to go to Disneyland and rope drop to get some stuff done and then leave and come back at night, then maybe I'll just change that up. But I'm not, I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. Now, for someone like me though, depending on how this goes, you know, I don't always want to do the rides. I want to go check stuff out. I want to walk around. I want to look at things. I want to look at characters. Maybe this will force the issue a little bit. But, you know, even when we go, if the line to meet a character is over a certain amount, like people in front of us long, we can't do it because we can't wait in line that long. And Disney doesn't have accommodations for any disabled persons when it comes to character meet and greets, you know, or parades or stuff like that. So we'll I don't know. The next few weeks are gonna be really telling with what people say. No, what they're reporting back. Now, also, when you go to Disney and you have your DOS and you go in and you click in, then when Universal called, I didn't qualify. That's interesting, Lori. That's really interesting. So Universal never called me. So when I went, I showed them, you know, the thing, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, here, we're sorry." So that's interesting. I mean, maybe Universal is hoping to get some business out of this because of this. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I will. So if they make it so strict and stringent that even with a doctor's, like if Disney says you have to submit doctor's documentation to the website and the doctor documentation has to specifically say XYZ, I'm out. That is so beyond me. It's beyond me. The fact that my doctor is going to provide documentation is enough. The fact that I have to make an appointment and pay the premium to go see my doctor about something this stupid should be enough. Hi, Ashlyn. How's your mom? How's your mom? I'm assuming if you're here, it's good news? Lori, what key do you have? Blaine.
Sorry.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Can you pick up your suitcase off the floor and put it up? Please, Bug.
Okay.
That's amazing. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. That whole event situation is really scary. Inspire. So is that the Inspire? Is that the SoCal key? Is that the Southern California key? Remind me. Because I have the Enchant, which is like the lowest key that's not the SoCal key.
Mom, so tomorrow the only school I have to do is gonna be language arts.
Okay, and Papa John's gonna meet us at the thing.
Yeah.
So do that. Give me about 10, maybe 10, 15 at the max, and then we'll do social studies.
Okay.
Okay.
Society.
Oh, okay. I thought, so I get the Inspire and the Dream mixed up because the most, didn't they used to call the expensive one the Dream key? So I don't know. I'm just hoping that when we go, it's not that bad. I mean, I was hoping that they would, you know, figure out accommodations for people for like the fireworks and stuff. So in October, we did the Happiest Haunts tour. And we knew it would be a walking tour, but we didn't know to the extent of what we were going to be walking and doing. And I wish that they would have said something about, this in the sign up, because I wouldn't have signed up. Like that thing, first of all, was boring and it was horrible. But yeah, it was, if you have a disability, some of those tours are kind of rough, you know. Right, but they used to offer the Dream, and so I get the Dream and the Inspire mixed up. So let's see. I'm just looking at the schedule for when I'm going. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. What do you think? Some of you said it's going to greatly affect you, and some of you have said it's not going to affect you.
So people have different votes.
Yeah, I'm leaving the hospital soon. Okay.
Different opinion.
I don't know. So anybody that does your DOS in the next, few weeks, come back, tell us how it went, how it's going, what the cast members said, what they reported, and I will certainly, I'm sorry you guys, my lashes are bothering me so bad. I'm getting them done tomorrow night. They're like, the glue on them is just like not good. I will definitely tell you guys everything that's said. And I will probably go to the Esplanade when I'm there, just to talk to them about possibly what that new system is going to look like. Hoping that maybe someone will shine some light on it. That mine is coming up in the next 2 weeks. David, let me know. Let me know what that looks like, because again, usually Disney World goes first, always. Your DOS does in May. When in May, Lori? Again, we're going to be there the last week if you are going to be there at all. Can see the little crazy boy. Little Blaney Boo. May 9th. Okay, so that's Lori. Let me know. And maybe we can chat beforehand. And maybe have a game plan, you expires. Because I was going to, on my calendar, I have a follow-up for May 9th to like start my DOS, because that's when I usually do it, about 3 weeks before I leave. What I do know is, with many things concerning Disney and little information they put out, there will be all sorts of things that are said and reported and that won't be true. Agreed. That's what I'm saying. None of us are going to know until we get there, until we figure it out. I don't know. I wish they would scratch Genie Plus and go back to a different system. Now, I don't remember, you guys, but when I first went to Disneyland 20 years ago, they still had Fast Pass. And it didn't cost you anything to get the Fast Pass. But like when we went up and we hit the button at Splash Mountain, we couldn't get the Fast Pass on Splash Mountain. It was like 10:30 in the morning. We couldn't go back till 6:30 at night. So we couldn't do any other Fast Pass between that time. So, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they'll figure something else out. I don't know. I don't know. David, are you going to the park soon? Like, are you going back? Because I'm curious as to what you see and what you hear. I know that, so Disney Fixation, our very, very good friend, was at the park the last couple of days. Again, her daughter is nonverbal and very much on the spectrum. And sweet little Roar likes to run. She's a runner. So she is allowed to bring in a wagon, a covered wagon. And I will tell you, when she's in the wagon, she is safe. She's got her iPad. She's got her snacks. She is in this bubble and she's good. So Kay has always been allowed to bring it in. She gets like a tag for it, like a wheelchair disability tag for it, so she can like take it on the rides. She did tell me that yesterday they would not allow her to bring it in, and she lost her shit. And she went to DCA and talked to some people. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, get off the ground, dude. What?
We're just acting.
Okay, well, the ground's dirty, bub. I vacuumed yesterday. And they were like, no, you're absolutely allowed to have that. You don't have to have a medical device attached to it. We're so sorry. They called over security and they've corrected it. But I think the other thing that is happening, you guys, is that they have this new batch of people that they continue to hire. And the younger the generation of people that they're hiring, the bigger issues seem to be. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but this younger generation of workers, no matter it be at Taco Bell, Disneyland, CVS, your doctor's office, they don't know what the hell they're doing. And so they themselves create problems because they don't know what they're doing and they don't care. And I think that that is an issue.
I love it.
Well, these are the major issues with the wagons. They won't go back to Fast Pass. Well, right. I know it's a lot of money, but it doesn't seem to be like the end all be all. I don't know. I think they'll get rid of it eventually and they'll bring in something else. They always seem to. I don't have a problem with people bringing wagons in. I don't give a shit. Have you seen the size of the strollers? So the double stroller that I rent for Blaine is $40 and it's huge. It's bulky. It's not that it's huge that like he has all this room. It's huge, bulky. It looks like a little Tykes car on steroids.
No.
Okay? And
Steroids.
we have to get that for him. He has to have it.
Disney.
And because we fly mostly, we have to do that. Now, I'm considering buying something because we're going to be driving this time. So I'm considering buying something, but it's got to be big enough because he's a big kid, and people that have a problem with kids being in strollers, first of all, screw you. Like, for a kid like mine, he cannot overexert himself. He can't get overly hot. He can't. All right. So the stroller is a godsend. Also, why would you want a little tiny person to walk 20,000 steps and be miserable and ruin the day because they don't want to walk anymore? Put them in a stroller. Put them on a wagon. Let it go. Okay? I don't know why people have problems with strollers and scooters and wagons. Now, scooters are annoying, but people need them.
I've benchmark testing for math and language.
Okay, baby. You got this.
Tomorrow I only
Just
have
listening to people on Instagram complaining that people DOS can walk and they're abusing the system. Again, let's talk about that, Lori. DOS was not created for the disability that you can see. DOS was created for those with invisible disabilities, right? If you say, oh, I'm in a wheelchair, my mom's in a wheelchair, we need DOS, they're going to decline you because the aisles are meant for wheelchairs and scooters. It's for people with invisible disabilities.
I have
So,
an invisible disability.
the
You have
people-
an invisible disability.
True, baby. So there are people that are abusing it because they're saying that they have anxiety. They're using conditions. I don't know if they
aren't
use my
even real.
condition so much because not very many people are aware of my condition. But I've heard people using IBS,
What's IBS?
irritable bowel syndrome.
You don't have syndrome. Any type.
Means you poop too much. Here, you need more of this right now.
That's me too. I poop too much. I actually do though.
Well, everything with you is linked to your disorder. So, you know, thanks to the people screwing it up. You know? But if this means that we cut back on the rides or we figure out a different way to do rides, my family and I like to shut down the park. You will find us there at midnight versus 9 a.m. We're not those people. Right, Blaine? Would you rather rope drop or shut it down?
Both. So you could have more time at the park.
Right. Well, I mean, and here's the thing. If this whole thing is screwed up and,
You can only do it at night.
you know, like, then we'll, maybe we'll rope drop. Like, we'll go to DCA, we'll rope drop DCA, we'll go ride Cars Land. Then we'll leave, we'll go back. And then we'll come back at night. Normally when Blaine and I rope drop, Disneyland, we do Toontown. That's usually where we go first because we get on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway, and then he goes and meets a lot of the characters over there. So, but if we have to start rope dropping and going up to Rise first or whatever, then maybe we will. Or here's the thing: if at the end of the day we don't buy Genie Plus, but we buy Cars or we buy Rise, I will do that. I will do that. But I will not buy Genie Plus. I won't do it.
What about Genie? Just normal Genie.
Normal Genie. Loki! Holy whoa! Whoa! What did you eat? Get. Ooh, it smells like beef stew. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Regular Genie, everybody gets.
Oh.
Okay, everybody gets. There's Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Let me go in and look, you guys. Hold on. I gotta show Blaine this.
This looks so good.
I
love
exactly.
these.
These are the same young people who work at Disneyland are denying people access to DOS and other shows. Absolutely. Absolutely. There were people that would do tours, of which they have been giving them lifetime bans since they aren't employees of Disney, that were telling the people who hired them how to scam DOS. Rope drop is okay for short lines. Right. So, again, if a line is 15 to 20 minutes, I can handle that. Here's
I
the
can
problem.
handle it.
If I go to rope drop Galaxy's Edge and I'm going to go to Rise, because of my disability, I cannot get up there as fast as everybody else. I can't. Oh, God, could you imagine? I'd pee everywhere. So, by the time I get there, God knows what the wait is. Now, if I didn't have anything in my system and I voided and maybe the wait was 40 minutes and my family was in line and I could leave to go to the bathroom and come back, but that's going to be a problem because that is line jumping. And that has been a rule with Disney that you can't
Since
leave and come back.
Since 1955.
That you can't leave and come back. And let's say you're with your 7-year-old and it's just you and your 7-year-old. Am I supposed to leave my 7-year-old in line by himself? No.
So thanks to the people that messed it up or did it up.
Hey,
I didn't even say it.
I'm gonna need you to. Okay, so look right here. Genie. Okay?
Mhm.
Genie is free for everybody. But if you want Genie Plus,
How much do you have to pay
it's $30
per trip?
per person per day. Now, with our keys, I think we get a
Discount.
I think we get like a percentage off, but it's not enough. If you let a cast member know that they can let you leave and come back, happens here all the time. So I've seen it happen here too, but good luck getting the people at the back of the line to let you in. Do you know what happens? They scream at you, they yell at you, they call you a line cutter, they tell you that you're lying. I don't care. I have had people come up and go, hey, my parents are up there. I let them go. All right. It's not that big of a deal. If they're lying, whatever, that's on them. Okay. But I have watched where people have thrown outright fits and screamed about you're not allowed to line cut. Go onto the stupid Facebook groups and see what everybody's talking about and see what everybody is saying when they talk about this. You know, you're not allowed to do that. Like,
You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do this. Shut up. No one cares.
so like right now, oh, Astro Orbiter's open.
Finally.
Dumbo's 15, Hyperspace 55, Small World's a walk-on. Tea Party's a walk-on. Jungle Cruise is 10, Carousel's a walk-on. Pooh's a walk-on. Y'all, Smugglers is a walk-on. Pirates is 15, that's not bad.
For Pyrex.
Grizzly is a walk-on. Ariel, I feel like Ariel's always in walk-on. Mater's is only 10 minutes. Radiator Springs 70 minutes.
Mom, do you know where my
Rise doesn't seem to be up. What, babe?
Do you know where my phone is? I was charging it and then I didn't take it.
It should still be up there. It might be unplugged.
Okay, it's right.
It's crazy that it says that there's a return time for DOS for Rise, but I know that Rise closes at a certain time, so I thought it closed at 9. You know, because it has to be down for so long. I've seen that. Most of the ones I've seen is for a group going in the wait line and someone else not being with them. They will try to catch up to the others in the party. That is wrong. So, I don't know. Disney going to come out with a third line? Lightning lane? Standby lane? DOS lane? I don't know. It's going to be a problem telling a whole bunch of people that their disability is not a disability. I don't know. I will.
Animation.
But, you know, if I have to
Arcadia
talk to
is-
somebody and tell them that Blaine has got some,
Mom, I forgot to tell you.
I can't even say it. I won't say it. What, baby? What's
I
wrong?
forgot to tell you.
Forgot to tell me. Autopia?
Autopia's leaving Disney to make more room in Disney.
No, honey. They're going to make it electric. They're
No,
not getting.
Dad saw this TikTok where they said they're gonna remove Autopia completely.
In Disneyland or Disney
Yes.
World?
Disneyland.
Okay, so I haven't heard that. I read an article last week that said that they were going to take Autopia from being gas powered to electric powered. Blaine is stressing out that Daddy told him Autopia is being removed.
The bakery tour is closed for refurbishment.
Refurbishment. Good job.
Big Thunder is 35. Buzz is 25. Casey Jr. is 15.
So I guess the question is, how long would you stand in line for one of your favorite rides?
Disney Monorail is
5 minutes. Walk on.
15.
Ooh, monorail's 15. And
Standby.
if your disability doesn't allow you to stand in line, how long do you wait before you go, I have to leave the line?
Is this the same for you? Is this the same for you?
What am I looking at?
Did you leak my magic key? With
I
this?
did.
Yes, and my band.
No, I haven't done your band yet.
Mm.
I'm thinking about buying us new bands.
I want that new Stitch band though. Monday, May 27th, 2024.
Within 2 years, supposed to replace the cars with electric cars. Yeah, that's the only thing I heard. Blaine is worried that we're getting the boot with the cars altogether. I don't think so. Autopia is still kind of a fan favorite. So Blaine and his dad have a ride that is their special ride at Disney, and I have a ride that is with Blaine that is our special ride at Disney. So Autopia is one of those. Right, Boogie Boops?
I need to do PE too though.
Okay, I'm getting ready. They replace fan favorites. Trust me, they replace most popular rides. Well, hopefully that they don't, until Blaine is old enough that it doesn't upset him even seeing that. How about that? All right, B. Is there anything else that you would like to offer? That you would like to say? Nah? Nah? So, friends, do I have a special ride with Jason?
I'm in Haunted Mansion.
I guess if I'm thinking this hard, I don't.
I'm in Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, Haunted Mansion. I guess. I don't know. When Jason and I, we've only been to Disneyland alone once, and that was
Splash
in Disney
Mountain.
World, right? And in Splash Mountain, we went on like 6 times in a row.
Together.
And Hall of the Presidents. God, what else do we do? Space Mountain. See, Jason doesn't like a lot of those rides. You wouldn't guess it, but Jason really doesn't like Legolas. I know, I'm super excited. Our good friends, the Groots, are going to Tokyo in October. And I can't wait to see the footage that they bring back. Blaine, will you get me a tea from the fridge, please? My throat's killing me. Again. Ew.
Hold it.
What I really need to do is get some magic bands. But I don't want to pay full price, and I want it. Where did this come from?
The fridge.
The big fridge?
Uh-huh.
You haven't had any of this?
I haven't had any teas.
Okay.
Any of those.
I wonder if it will be Hyper Splash Mountain. Hyper Space Mountain or Hyper Splash Mountain? When we go in May, part of the reason that we go at the time we go in May is because of hyperspace. And so it will be hyperspace when we're there. Their splash doesn't have as much water in it. However, they run like 10 times the amount of water as normal. People don't believe me when I say this, but 20 years ago when I went on Splash, and 12 years ago when I went on Splash in Magic Kingdom, there was not as much water. No freaking way. No freaking way. Yeah, that's part of the reason when we go, Lori's, for hyperspace. Blaine is obsessed. He will ride that 80,000 times. Then the first time we went to Disneyland with B, summer before last, and we hit that first little drop on the inside where it's all dark. Now they don't do that. They don't have that same thing in Disney World. We got
soaked. Like, I thought there was something wrong with the ride, and I thought our boat flipped because we got so wet. And then I noticed as they were getting closer and closer to the closing down of the ride, the water. Loki, come here. Sorry, guys, hold on. You wanna explain to me what that was all about? I don't think so. Go. Get away from the door. Loki. It's too much, homie. It's too much. God. So sorry, guys. So I noticed that it seemed like they were adding more and more and more water to that ride. Now, you guys have probably all seen the very, very viral video of her good friend Titan, who his boat went under and he was drenched. Like, that was scary. Hi, Luz. How are you? Go lay down. It should always be that. I think they should keep it hyperspace. 1,000%. That is so much fun. It's so killer. I love it. Now, a ride that I will skip every time that I don't like is Space Tours. But with the new scenes they've added, we're thinking about checking it out. So if anybody has done Star Tours, since they've added the new scenes, let us know what it looks like and if we should try it. But none of us in our family like it. With what I have read, they had to change the music. Japan is owned by the Oriental Land Company and they pay a license fee. They changed the music in Splash in Tokyo, or what do we talking about? Doing okay. We are just talking about, I'm wrapping it up here. I have to help Blaine with social studies, but just talking about the massive changes to the DOS system at Disneyland and Disney World, how it's going to affect a lot of people. Yes, changed music in Splash. The new scenes are okay. So we don't like that ride because we don't like the 3D glasses and like the jerky. It's just not our thing. None of us liked it. Is it something that we should check out? Like, hey, you should check this out. It's pretty cool. Or meh, do something else. I wonder what the music is in Splash. Seemed like it was a bit partially changed. Did they? I heard that they were changing it to add like Grogu and Mando or something. Okay, David. Cool. Well, the race is on to the next of us who have to qualify for DOS. Let's see what we can do. Now, we know that after June 18th, there's definitely doctor's documentation that's coming in, right? We're going to have some kind of note. I truly hope that they allow some of us that have the issue to with the doctor documentation, keep it. But I do think that they're going to cut it way back and it's only going to be for get down. Ooh. Every single thing with 4 legs in here is cruising. I do think that it's going to be developmental disabilities and being on the spectrum. A question. If you have Down syndrome, is that considered to be a developmental disability or just a disability? Get your butt out of here.
What are you eating?
My mouth was dry.
You don't need any right now. Don't need them. Okay.
I can't believe you were eating my candy.
That's a developmental disability.
You don't eat
I feel like
enough.
that's much more than that. Like, I'm not putting down folks with trisomy 21 like at all.
You're fine, Dixie.
But like, I don't know. Just curious. So much love to all of you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna help Blaine with his social studies. He's working hard on his homeschool. He did his benchmark testing yesterday and killed
I
it.
go through it.
Killed it, slayed it in like 10 minutes. So proud of him.
Lori as in her home realtor.
No, Lori is it's a different Lori, sweetheart. I really hope that we don't have to talk about things for DOS that I don't want to talk about. I hope we don't have to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're perfect and God made you the way that you're supposed to be made. Wonder says, study hard, Blaine.
Thank you.
We appreciate all y'all. I think I've got some merch on the way. I don't know how much merch we're gonna do leading up to our trip. We do want to do the coloring contest. What's crazy is that nobody has entered it yet or said anything. So go check out that post on Instagram. Stop. I'm actually gonna pin it so that y'all can see it. Oh, hold on. Someone just said something. This says, hold on. Adding more cast members and investing in specialized training on each coast to help guests identify and better understand the recommended tools and options based on their needs. The accessibility services teams at the Walt Disney World Resort and the Disneyland Resort will assist guests with questions they have about our services. It's encouraged that guests visit to engage with them pre-arrival through their website and virtual video chats. They are teaming, this says DOS. They are teaming with Inspire Health Alliance's health professionals to help cast members as needed determine eligibility for appropriate accommodations and ensure that these accommodations are provided only for the guests for whom they are intended. They're making efforts to preserve the disability access system for those it's intended to accommodate. Only those guests who, due to a developmental disability like autism or similar, are unable to wait in a conventional queue for an extended period of time. To help with this, they are also extending DOS enrollment for eligible guests from 60 days to 120 days and adjusting DOS party size to include no more than 4 members, except for immediate family members. So like if you have 5 brothers, then, these updates will take effect on May 20th at the Walt Disney Resort and June 18th at the Disneyland Resort. Again, it still doesn't tell us much because I just want to see what that documentation, like what is that document that they want from the doctor to get the note? Like, let's see what this looks like. So, oh, cool, Luz. Jojo says, you got this, Blaine. I'm extremely proud of you and everything you do. Blaine Patrick.
Yeah?
Did you hear what Jojo said? You got this, Blaine, and I'm extremely proud of you and everything you do.
Thank you, Jojo.
All right.
I'm proud of you, too, for getting into the Walt Disney World.
The college program, that's right. We're very proud of our friend JoJo. Love y'all. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you find anything out about DOS or have more questions, hit us up on IG and we'll try to do as much detective work as we can to figure it all out. Good night.